What's going on, man? Welcome back to the Watt&GuruShow. As always, it's your boy Guru Fat Fat.
Your boy Watt.
Hey, today we will be speaking on, does your childhood or the way you was raised affect your current or future relation or friendships? I was really gonna let you get into it.
Anyway, Happy New Year to y'all. You know, we ain't seen y'all since 2019. So.
Yeah, we ain't seen y'all. We ain't seen y'all funk ass since last year. What going on? Hope everything good with y'all folks. First and foremost.
I will say this. I think that I think it plays a role because how you raised and where you came up. You know what I'm saying? As much as people can try not to, you know. Well, I ain't gonna say try not to. As much as people try to forget it, you know what I'm saying? It helped you become who you are, whether that's good or bad. So it's gonna be some things that you seen as a child, or there's things that you did or watched others do. Like I said, you're gonna mimic some of that. You know what I'm saying? You can't get away from who you are or what you done seen. So I think that now using it as a crutch usually is the biggest problem. But I think it affected, whether good or bad. I definitely think the shit you went through, like I said, the stuff you seen in your childhood plays a major role when you become an adult. Like I said, sometimes you can learn from it and never make that mistake again, or sometimes you just let it consume your ass and play victim. Every time something go wrong, you got someone else to blame, and then you always, well, I'm like this because I went through this as a child. So like I said, I think it plays a role, and depending on where you are in life, mentally, you know, it can either help you progress or have your ass just in a hole for the rest of your life. Like I said, especially if you're playing victim. So, yeah.
I agree, and I think one of the main points that I want to touch on is that it's like the amount of love you receive or didn't receive growing up.
Yeah.
And I feel like that can really make a big difference in your life because, like you say, some people that weren't loved the way they felt like they should have been,
Right.
or like if they was missing a parent and the parent wasn't dead, like the parent just wasn't a part of their life, didn't want to be a part of their life, like that really can affect you. And even some of the strongest people mentally have a hard time getting over that.
Agreed.
Because it affects you to the core. Because as a child, you ask yourself, you question yourself, well, why they don't want me?
Yeah.
And you really don't understand it.
Yeah.
And as you get older, you know what I'm saying, it still weighs on you. But you know, you try to go through it and let the shit make you strong and shit. But sometimes you really just be sitting there and you be like, damn, like, mother really didn't want to be a part of my life. And some of the toughest people break down when you think about shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Cause that's some serious shit. Like,
yeah.
To be a child and to feel unwanted through no fault of your own.
Right.
That shit hard to deal with.
Yeah.
And sometimes you, as an adult, you might be sitting there like, even if you straight, you know, you got over it, you don't have no resentment for them. It's just certain shit that you see. Sometimes you be like, damn, what that shit was.
But do you think you can get over it without addressing it?
You can't. I don't believe it. I don't believe so. If you don't have a chance to, you know, if you don't have the chance to get over that psychological hurdle, like before that parent dies,
right?
That shit is gonna. I don't care how strong you is. Some part of that shit is going to stick with you.
I agree.
And like you say, you gotta address it. And if you address it with them, they don't really want to talk about it. But you say your piece.
Right.
You get what you want to get off your chest. You let them know how you feel about it. At that point, their response really don't even matter. Cause the shit years later,
right.
It's like I'm not 12, 13, 14 no more. Shit, we grown.
Yeah.
So it's like, you lay that shit out. If they respond to it or if they don't, it's off for you now.
Right.
And you gonna feel way better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
you do. you do sit there, you do sit there and question like, well, damn, what the fuck was, like, and I feel like no child should be put in a position where they have to question why they feel like their parent don't fuck with them. You shouldn't.
Right.
You shouldn't. Like, that's putting way too much on the child.
I agree.
And oftentimes, like, if the other parent or the other family member was like, it's kind of hard for them to explain.
Yeah.
No matter how much they try, no matter how much they try to break it down, or this and that, and even with all that all that love from the other parent family can supplement that shit, but it's still you think
Still
like,
right.
this is my comfort. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's with mother or father. You know what I'm saying? Mother or father. Cause I'm on the belief, man, like no parent's love is greater than the other.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like you need your mama love and your father love.
That's
something I really feel like you need that balance for real.
It has to be a balance.
And oftentimes, because people just feel like a lot of people feel like that. It's like if you got the mother's love, not really the father's love, I can't agree with that shit. I feel like you need both of them.
You got
I feel like you need both of them.
I agree. Like,
and it's gotta be one parent,
right? But it ain't gotta be biological though. It gotta be that
somebody.
It gotta be somebody you view as a father figure in your life. You know what I'm saying? He has that, or mother. They have that respect and that type of love that they've earned. They've showed you that I'm here for you. This, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So they've earned that respect and they've shown you that I'm here for you. So
a lot of time with that too, man, is a lot of people get so wrapped up in thinking that what they do financially for a child, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna supplement it. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Like that time.
Oh yeah,
just being there, dog. Like just being there. You know what I'm saying? Like just sometimes just having a conversation.
Right. But I mean, a lot of that is the financial part is, that depends on, like I said, because my dad always had a decent job. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you the things he bought, especially for Christmas. But like I said, that didn't really. It was more time thing. Like when I got older, it was never about he bought me a 4-wheeler for Christmas. He bought this, that, and the third. It was always, did you show up to the games? Did you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think a lot of parents have to. Well, parents. I ain't gonna say women, but for the most part, being there physically, because financial is very important also. Now, if you can get both, we need both. As a parent, you need to be able to do both. But everybody goes through something, so you can still be there for your child. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got it, you just ain't got it. Try to make a way now. Yeah. But you still can be there.
9 times out of 10, because of that child is gonna remember that time unspent.
Yeah, they're not gonna. Let me tell you right. But one thing about children, they're not gonna.
Game's gonna fade.
Right, because if you get a game every year, that child gonna but it's the time. You go ask any child right now.
And it's some simple shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be some simple shit. It ain't gonna be my daddy bought this, my mama bought that. When they get a little older, it's gonna be. I remember mama came to every school event I had. I remember daddy came to everything I did. He was never late. You know what I'm saying? Like
they remember that shit.
They remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of parents get that twisted and thinking because you there financially. But I mean, that's a lot of women be screaming that shit too.
Yeah.
But now, do you think that, to piggyback off your question though? All right. Do you think that you choose friends that are from similar backgrounds as you because of the shit you seen around?
I believe you do.
You think so?
Cause it's like a clique there. A lot of people do that. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, cause like I got a diversified friend group. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I got some people that like we on the same type of shit, and I got friends that's like we complete the opposite. We click. Right. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of time when like that love was missing as a child, you tend to gravitate towards people that had the same type of issue. Like I get to talking to me like, oh, well, my dad wasn't there sometimes you share some of the same, you know what I'm saying? They just share some of the same type of feelings about
Right.
shit.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
It's familiar to you, so
yeah. And then
you feel
know
more
a lot of people bond over different stuff. Like
right.
both of y'all might still harbor resentment in your heart toward them parents. That's some crazy shit to bond over. But you might bond over the fact that both of y'all resent one of your parents. And it's weird to think about because, you know, you shouldn't.
But it's true.
Because, you know, just being completely honest, growing up, man, my mom, my dad was there too for the most part, but I did harbor a little resentment at one point. You know what I'm saying? Because I really did feel like, you know.
Right, I got you.
But I was 20, and I just came back from about I was having a conversation with somebody, man, and they had just lost their pops, and it was like, I never got to work this out with my dad.
Right.
And it really got me thinking, like, but your dad's still here. Why would you harbor resentment in your heart towards your dad when he's still here? And when I really got thinking, like, cuz you only get one father.
Yeah, you only get one.
You only get one father.
And
I started thinking, like, well, this shit really that serious. And it make you, like, when you have them type of conversation, it forces you to think about some other shit. Like, man, my fucking daddy could be gone.
Yeah.
Like, right now, I could call my dad, chop it up with him. But my dad don't want him no more.
Right.
And I still felt that way.
Right.
You'd be sick.
Yeah, you would.
Because there's no way to...
Yeah, it'll eat you up.
It'll eat you up.
It'll eat you up on the inside.
So it's like, why harbor that shit? Because it don't get you nowhere.
Right, I agree. I totally agree. I mean, yeah. I mean, like, you know, we having this conversation. Even if it's not a parent, it could be a friend. Like, in 2020, man, any feelings you got towards somebody, man, let that shit be known. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be, because in your head or in your heart, you thinking that, oh, I'll get over it, cool. But if you think about it, if you still thinking about it, or it still bothers you, then it needs to be addressed. You know what I'm saying? Now, come at people the right way. You know what I'm saying? Whoever you decide that, you know what I'm saying? Like, come at them as a mature adult. You know what I'm saying? But, like,
and
let it be known.
The piggyback on Watt said, this may sound weird, but don't go into the conversation with a certain expectation. Like, try to keep an open mind about it. Because if you go into the conversation, I'm going to say this and this and this, and they better say this and this and that. Right. And when they go completely opposite,
it's going to lead to argument.
It's going to lead to argument, and nothing's getting accomplished.
Right.
So don't go into it open-minded, you know what I'm saying, free. Don't I'm finna tell this motherfucker this. I expect this answer. Because more than likely, that's not the answer you're going to get.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to get that shit off your chest, dog. Like, I used to be such a just let shit sit on me, just let it weigh on me, and I would be so like internally mad, but it wouldn't be shown, and then all the shit would build up, and then like some slight shit, like somebody do some slight to me, I nut up, and it don't even now be directed at them, like it be like pent up aggression and anger, and now they looking like,
the hell did this nigga, right? And they feel like this nigga must have been feeling some type of way toward me when it really ain't like that.
Deep down, you got issues
with somebody else.
With somebody else that you never worked out. Yeah. And it's kind of easy for us to sit here and say, talk that shit out. Because a lot of people don't open up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's
But let me say this though, for example. If you can tell someone else, I mean if you can, and I ain't saying like talking about the back, but if you can go to somebody else
about the problem,
then you can go to that person about the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, no expectation. You come out the right way. Like, look, even if you say what you gotta say, and they be like, oh, all right, you got it off your chest. You know what I'm saying? Like don't be looking for enough. Like I said, don't be expecting no apology. Just like nigga, I want to show you how I feel about this situation that happened on this date, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Then you tell them how you feel. However, they take it. You know what I'm saying? But once you get it off your chest, and then you can move on now. Until you get off your chest, though, like, you're not moving on.
when you do have a conversation, like Cole was saying, lay everything that's bothering you on the table. Don't half-ass it. Don't address one part of the problem. Address the full problem. If you address one part of the problem and you get the answer that you were looking for, but what about the other shit that was bothering you?
Right.
And now that they don't, you know what I'm saying, you feel like they don't made up for one side of it by giving you the answer that you wanted.
Right.
You don't even speak on the other shit that's bothering you when that's probably a bigger and deeper issue that needs to be worked out.
Yeah.
And later on down the line, this shit gonna come right back up. And now you right back at goddamn square one.
Yeah.
So, you gotta get all that shit off the shit, man.
And another thing about the child thing, you gotta, I will say this though, you gotta embrace it. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, I know a lot of us be ashamed of some shit that don't happen, either us or some parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of our parents on drugs, might be alcoholic. Man, embrace that shit. Like, it made you, regardless of what you may think or what you may feel, it made you who you are today. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your daddy was a drunk, if your mama was a crackhead, your ass ain't drinking and you ain't smoking no crack. The reason being, because you seen what that did to your mom and your dad. Embrace that shit. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to be the perfect picture for people. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, ain't nobody, everybody done been through some shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you rich, poor, everybody been through some shit as a child that you be like, damn, but that shit was rough. And poor people, I'm gonna say poor people. Poor people gotta stop thinking that we the only motherfucker with problems. Cause when I say we, I mean, I say,
rich people
I'm poor too, cause I ain't rich, so I'm poor.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the same, it's bigger problem. It's different problem now, but it's still a problem.
It's still a problem.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's still stress.
Yeah.
It's still shit that bother you.
Think about it. Most of all the rich kids we knew growing up, you know what I'm saying? They were white. We'll throw that out there, no problem. They were Caucasian. They come to Henderson and fall in love. Man, y'all down here, all y'all family together, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ride forwards and shit.
They don't have that.
They don't have that, you know what I'm saying?
It's a sacrifice.
But to us though, you know, we think like,
Damn,
motherfucker, you stay in that big
yeah.
ass house, you go on vacation here and there, like, damn, these cousins, I'm tired of seeing their ass. But you know what I'm saying? To them, it ain't like that, though.
It's crazy how the opposites be yearning for what each other want.
Embrace that shit, man. Like, everybody had their problems.
That rich side is it's not all, but it's hardly no family atmosphere there. The child is often isolated, especially if the mama and dad both have it.
And they stay busy.
And they the only child.
That was really
They grew up in a
miserable,
miserable, boring life, but from the outside looking in,
Cause they get what
this
they want.
motherfucker got everything.
Cause they get what they want.
They think you happy, you not. And like you say, they come down to Henderson, you see all the cousins hanging together at Auntie House.
Right.
Hey, I got nets on the 4-wheeler. Like this stuff.
We
like,
eat real hot dogs.
They idolize it. It's like, this how y'all boy really living?
Yeah.
Like,
We really
I would
get the fuck up
kill.
out of this shit, yeah.
I would kill for this.
Yeah.
And we looking at like, why you got that goddamn mansion?
You got that mansion, nigga. Yeah.
3, 4, 4-wheeler.
You know, you'll get a car at 12, 13.
The real basketball court, the
real
one out of
basketball
Walmart,
court,
that
right.
you gotta let up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we looking like that is an interesting,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, look on shit. It is, cause that's exactly how it be, man.
Right.
That's exactly how it be.
Remember that, man. 2020, man. Look, you gotta, everybody, like I said, we brought this topic to the table first on New Year. We want everybody to own your shit, man. Like, own it, embrace it, you know what I'm saying? Like, wherever you at in life right now, stop pointing the finger. You there, you made these decisions. Unless somebody put a gun in your head, I don't care what's the situation right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can get up out that shit. So, whether you shooting bad right now, you doing good. You put yourself there, regardless of what you may think. Don't sit here and tell me, no, I did it. If you did something for somebody, you put yourself there, but you decided to take that chance on that person. You knew that person probably wasn't going to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, that's real.
That's how we started New Year. We ain't making no excuses for nobody. Like, look, we
real.
are what we are because we made some bad decisions in 2019, 2018, whatever it may be. But
when you recognize that you done made a bad decision,
don't make it.
And then you realize, okay, I know what point I'm at.
Right.
Guess what you can always do? You can always turn around.
Always turn around.
You can always change that shit around. And when you change that shit around, you gonna feel something better.
Yeah.
You know, cause it's like, what is dwelling in a bad situation really do?
Yeah. You gotta move on. Everybody, no matter what, you gotta move on. I don't care if it's
Cause everybody
jobs,
gets hurt. And like everybody handles stuff differently. But I just don't dwell on it. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Shot broke your heart, dude broke your heart. You got fired. Car broke down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit happens.
Yeah, we ain't saying not that. We ain't saying it's just gonna be that easy. But what we saying is don't sit here.
Every time I talk to you, every time I come around, it's but shot did got cool better. But that was goddamn 4 months ago.
Yeah, you gotta let that go, man. You gotta
tie your ass up.
2020, we everybody. That's all of us. So we ain't just we talking to ourselves.
We talking to ourselves too.
We gotta move on from anything.
We talking to ourselves too.
Yeah, man, you gotta move on. Like we ain't no. You alive, shit. They always tell me if you wake up tomorrow, you got another day to fix that shit.
Fact.
That's how you gotta do that. Like
and
it is what it is.
Another point, start looking at motherfuckers for who they really are.
Yep.
For what their behavior is showing you, and not what potentially it is. Like, even if it's somebody out here that know me, like they looking at some shit like, what Trey did this. Look at me for what I am now, cause that's how I'm doing shit.
I agree.
Like, if something keep happening, or this person keep reacting or keep acting like this, that is them. That is not. That's how they act. That's how they am.
They're not playing a role. That's the way they are. Yeah.
Like, and recognize that shit.
Yeah.
Cause nobody wants to hear. Well, I don't know why they do me like this. Like, eventually be like, cuz, just move on.
Right.
And it sounds so simple to say, like Cuz said earlier, it's not just pick up.
It gonna be just
but the shit is gradually. You can't continue to wallow in it, because if you continue to wallow in it, you never gonna get out of it.
Right.
But every day tell yourself, you gonna look up, shit ain't bothering you no more.
Right.
And I promise you gonna feel so much better when you get that shit off your chest, man.
Again, if you addressing it, like I said, I know most people feel like what I just said, what I said a few minutes ago wasn't right. If you still addressing it, it bothers you.
It bothers you.
You can say what you want to say. You can sit there. If you bring it up with your group of friends, it bothering the shit out of you. You can say what you want to say. Now, you can be like, if somebody bring up, man, you remember one goddamn what a crazy ass did this and that, and laugh about it. Yeah, that's different. But if it caused you to get in any type of feelings,
it bothers you.
It's really bothering you.
Cause I don't speak on shit that I'm not still concerned about.
Exactly. Nobody does.
If you still speaking on it, it still bothers you.
It bothers the shit out of you.
It bothers you.
You have moved on.
You have moved on.
You can act how you want to act in front of your friends, but it bothers the shit out of you. Your friends gotta, as a friend, and look, we ain't doing, that's everybody. I said, me and Tracy, we ain't doing none of that. We ain't going backwards no more. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially the people that I know personally, like, nigga, 2019 problems over. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you brought them into 20, now some problems did come into 2020, you know, you probably couldn't help it. But if it's something you know that, man, this shit ain't, that situation not gonna change, I'm not gonna get out of it, like, leave that shit where that, man. Like,
a lot of people one thing I will say is it's good to have like that self-awareness and talk yourself out of it, but a lot of people don't have like those certain people that's like the conversation me and you have,
right?
Like how we talk to each other.
Right.
A lot of people don't have them. That one person that be like, "Hey, come on now."
I will say this though: if you got somebody that can't be real with you, either you hate to hear the truth and you want to surround yourself with people that always agree with you.
Yes, man.
Yeah, that's what that is. That's not them. It's you. Like if you ain't got one person that'll call you out on your shit
like
every time you bullshit.
Really? Why you bullshit?
You are a badass friend. I ain't gonna say person, but you're a badass friend. Because if your friends feel like I can't even come at him, oh, he'll get pissed off and not want to be bothered with nobody. If you got friends like that, cut their ass off. I don't care if y'all been cool for 30 years. Cut their ass off.
Because one thing I know, somebody that you really call your dog, your partner, your homie, they ought to be able to come to you and tell you about you, and vice versa. You should be
without you getting pissed off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. If your own people can't call you out, then who can? And also, your friend would never call you out.
True friend.
True friend would never call you out in front of people that don't even know the situation.
Exactly. Or even somebody that loves you. Like if it
they not gonna call you out, and cause it's a certain way to handle business.
It is.
If me and Watt don't discuss some shit, me and Cole have talks all the time. I would never.
Right.
Watt would never. Right. Around a circle that we know we ain't had that conversation in. It's never, and I mean under no circumstance, sober, drunk, never. It's never gonna be cool. You goddamn never, never. And that's the bigger problem too. If somebody always friend is always waiting till y'all be around a certain group of people or get around certain people and want to start bringing up shit that make you look bad, or bullshit. Cut them off. That's not really a friend. Yeah. That's not really a friend at all.
Yeah, that's big. Like, even like I said, even if relationships, like I said, friendships, we're talking about all that, man. Like
all them ships.
Yeah, like you gotta talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And most people are like, well, I gotta vent. Venting is different than talking about it all the fucking time. Because most people vent once to get it off their chest and they feel better. If your ass is venting every week about the same thing, you playing victim. But move the fuck on. I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, I know it's no, I ain't sorry.
Talk
it's 2020, man. Move the fuck on, man. Like, for real. Like, stop being bitter and hung up on some other shit.
And a lot of times,
shit didn't work out. So
when you get to talk about the shit, like you be really sitting there like, motherfucker really upset about a whole bunch of nothing.
Like,
whole bunch of nothing.
The person or the people that you don't even, I don't give a fuck what happened to them. I don't care nothing about them motherfucker. Why are you discussing?
There's no reason you should care.
You should not care.
Like I can promise you, they don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
They don't give, I don't discuss no motherfucker about I don't care about. Right. Or even in the slightest.
I mean,
in the slightest, dog, like.
Real stranger.
I ain't studying your ass.
Yeah.
And that's one of the bigger problems some people have. Like, they speak on shit. And I've always been a proponent of that since I've been feeling like that. Yeah. If you keep speaking on it, bothers you.
It bothers me. Shit
no matter what you saying to me, if you keep talking about shit, get what I'm saying. This shit bothers you.
It bothers me. Shit out you.
It bothers you.
Oh, you venting all the time. Yeah.
It bothers you. And goddamn, folk don't tell me about myself. And when I read, like, yeah, they right.
Yeah. When you sit down
I keep bringing it. I keep bringing shit up like, damn.
If you could check yourself in the mirror, you realize, like, I'm really talking about this shit
really
3 or 4 times a month. 3 or 4 times, yep. Like, nigga, that shit bothers the fuck out of me. You need to
address that. And all them people always be like, man, that shit done bothered me. Fuck that shit. But man, 2 weeks later, man, it bothers you.
Especially when they bring it up. When you, if you drunk, and they come up every time you drunk, oh, you hurt. You hurt, like, you hurt. Man, I'm drunk, motherfucker gonna do nothing but have a good time, man. If you drunk and you bring up something that you know gonna put you in your feelings, man, you hurt. You sit here and act how you wanna have social media, act how you wanna act in front of your people.
He not lying.
Your ass hurt.
He not lying about that.
Your ass hurt.
That was spot on.
Yeah. Come on.
That was spot on.
Drunk people want to have a good time, rub on a little, and I'm speaking from myself, have a good time, rub on a little something, you know what I'm saying? If I can get into something, get into something, you know what I'm saying? But, man, come on, man.
Every time you get drunk, you bring up the same shit.
You hurt.
Yeah.
You hurt.
Cause shit, like, that true self comes out at drunk. Cause everybody, most folk that gonna watch this, y'all know me. When I get drunk, man.
Yeah.
I love everybody.
You do. You do.
At that, I love y'all shit come out, man. Cause that's me. You know what I'm saying? That's me. But like, rarely though, I've conditioned myself to, like, drunk now to not really get in my feelings. Simply because niggas like my cousin, boy. Folk like my cousin, boy, you can't be in here. Shit. That's another goddamn episode where we just gonna shoot the shit about some of the drunk story, but you cannot be in them feeling around them folks, man. Not at all.
But you know what I'm saying, especially when we, like, now if it's, don't listen to him now. If he drunk and it's the first time I hear him saying something about it, I'm gonna listen. But this is the 8th, 9th time I heard about it.
I know. I'm telling you, Zay, I not check.
Yeah, goddamn, shit.
Shit, girl.
You you going too far with this shit now, man. Like,
But if the only time y'all having a conversation is when some drama or some mess done went down, y'all not really friends. Cause the moment y'all fall out, one of y'all talking about the other one to
both.
somebody else.
I guarantee you both. I ain't gonna say guarantee.
When
You right, at least one.
your ass out.
Yeah. All the secrets you don't told, they ain't finna tell somebody else. Cause now they building that same little
bullshit ass
alliance they built with you off that gossip. They're doing it with somebody else. You know, so
sheetrock. Never y'all motherfucking relationship right out there. A lot of y'all relationship made out of goddamn sheetrock. That shit not solid. But appreciate y'all as always, man. Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment, ring the bell, tell a friend to tell a friend, and just stick with us, man. Like it's up this shit. All the shit that we've been saying is coming. Merchandise, all that is coming, man. Truly appreciate y'all guys. Peace.
we out here, man. Happy New Year to y'all.